There comes a quiet moment in life when nothing around you has changed. Yet something inside has. You may be standing in the kitchen waiting for water to boil, or looking out a familiar window, when you notice that this body now asks for more care than it once did, not because it is failing, but because it has carried you far. Our culture tells us aging is something to resist, to hide, or to fix. But Buddhist wisdom offers a different understanding. Aging is not a mistake. It is endurance. It is experience. It is a call to meet yourself with deeper kindness. In this video, we'll explore 7 gentle habits that help you care for yourself in later life with dignity, calm, and quiet strength. Stay with me, listen slowly. And if this reflection speaks to you, consider subscribing so these teachings can reach others who may need them too. Number 1. Body, kindness, listening instead of judging. Many people wake up in later life and immediately feel disappointment toward their bodies. The stiffness, the slower movement, the heaviness in the limbs can trigger a quiet judgment. Something is wrong with me. But in Buddhist wisdom, the body is not failing. It is communicating. This body has carried you through decades of living, through work and love, grief and joy, effort and endurance. When it now asks for gentleness, it is not a sign of decline. It is a sign of wisdom. The body is asking to be met differently. The Buddha taught that the body is the first foundation of mindfulness, not something to push, fix, or ignore, but something to listen to. In later life, the body becomes a teacher. It teaches patience, humility, and care in ways youth never could. Begin each morning with a pause. Before reaching for your phone or rushing out of bed, lie still for a moment. Feel the breath entering and leaving the body. Notice that you are here, that you have arrived in a new day. While still in bed, stretch gently. Reach your arms overhead. Roll your ankles. Draw one knee toward the chest, then the other. These are not exercises to complete. They are greetings to the body. When you are ready, sit on the edge of the bed with your feet resting on the floor. Take a few slow breaths here. Let the transition into movement be unhurried and conscious. In Buddhism, mornings are doorways. How you step into the day shapes everything that follows. When you meet the body with kindness instead of judgment, the day begins not with resistance, but with dignity. Number 2. Mindful eating. Nourishment as self-respect. As the years pass, eating often becomes quieter and sometimes emptier. Meals are rushed, taken while standing at the counter, watching television, or eaten alone without much thought. Food that once brought comfort now feels mechanical, dull, or heavy. Over time, this doesn't just affect digestion, it quietly affects how we care for ourselves. From a Buddhist perspective, eating is not simply about fuel. It is a relationship. When we eat without awareness, even good food cannot satisfy us. But when we meet food with presence, nourishment returns, not only to the body, but to the heart. In Zen traditions, meals are treated as a form of meditation, not because the food is special, but because attention is. You don't need a monastery to practice this. You only need a pause. Before eating, stop for a moment. Look at the food in front of you. Notice its color, its warmth, its simplicity. Take 3 slow breaths. This small pause tells the nervous system that you are safe, that you are not rushing, that this moment matters. As you eat, chew slowly. Let the taste unfold fully. You may notice flavors you haven't truly experienced in years. Halfway through the meal, gently check in with the body. Are you still hungry, or simply continuing out of habit? In Japanese wisdom, there is a saying, eat until you are 80% full, not stuffed, not deprived, just enough. This honors the changing needs of the aging body. If you eat alone, set the table anyway. use a plate, sit down, treat yourself as you would a respected guest, because you are one. Mindful eating is not about rules. It is an act of self-respect, a quiet reminder that your life still deserves care, attention, and dignity. Number 3, gentle movement, participation, not performance. As the body ages, fear around movement often grows quietly. There may be a fear of pain, of falling, or of discovering new limitations. What once felt natural can begin to feel risky, and slowly, without intention, movement starts to disappear from daily life. But in Buddhist wisdom, the body was never meant to be pushed or judged. It was meant to be included. Movement in later life is not about performance, progress, or strength. It is about participation. The body does not need to prove anything. It simply needs to be invited back into the rhythm of living. The Buddha himself practiced walking meditation, not to reach a destination, but to be fully present with each step. When walking, just walk. Feel the feet touching the ground. Notice the body moving through space. One step at a time. This practice can begin very simply. A 10-minute walk is enough. 20 minutes is more than enough. If walking outdoors feels difficult, walk indoors, along a hallway, around a room, or even in place. Movement does not judge where it happens. Chairs can become trusted allies. Stretching while seated, standing up and sitting down slowly, or gently lifting the arms while supported all count as movement. Even this is enough. Sunlight too is a form of medicine. Standing by a window or sitting outside for a few minutes helps regulate sleep, lift mood, and reconnect the body to its natural rhythm. There is no comparison here, no measuring, no falling behind. Every step, stretch, and gentle movement is a quiet way of saying yes to life. If this reminder feels helpful, consider liking or saving this video so these gentle practices can continue to support you. Number 4, keeping the mind alive. Curiosity over decline. After 60, many people quietly stop learning. Not because they are incapable, but because they begin to believe a story, that learning belongs to the young, that it is too late, that their time for growth has passed. In Buddhist wisdom, this belief is a misunderstanding. The Buddha taught what later Zen traditions called beginner's mind, the ability to meet each moment with openness, curiosity, and freshness. A mind that remains curious does not grow old. It stays alive. Keeping the mind alive does not require classrooms, exams, or mastery. It only asks for attention. Reading a few pages each day is enough. A poem, a short article, a chapter from a book that gently expands your view of the world. Puzzles serve the same purpose. Crosswords, jigsaw puzzles, or simple logic games keep focus and memory engaged without strain. The joy is not in being fast or perfect. It is in staying present. Learning can also mean returning to interests you once postponed, something you were curious about years ago but never had time to explore. Now is not too late. In many ways, now is the perfect time, because the learning no longer needs to prove anything. Conversation matters too. Sharing stories from your life, asking thoughtful questions, listening deeply. In Buddhism, this sense of shared presence is called Sangha, the community that supports awakening. Teaching keeps the mind young as well. When you share what you know, you affirm that your experience still matters. You are not finished growing, and you are certainly not finished contributing. Number 5, emotional heart care, feeling without hardening. By later life, the heart is rarely empty. It carries decades of love and loss, words spoken and words held back, choices made and choices regretted. Many people reach this stage with emotions they never fully allowed themselves to feel, grief that was postponed, anger that was swallowed, guilt that quietly stayed. What we avoid feeling does not disappear. It hardens. Over time, this unexpressed weight becomes exhaustion, bitterness, or a quiet sadness that follows us through the day. Buddhism teaches that emotions do not weaken us. Avoiding them does. One practice often shared in Buddhist psychology is called rain. First, recognize what you are feeling. Name it gently, without judgment. Second, allow it to be there. Do not rush to fix or explain it. Third, investigate with kindness, noticing where it lives in the body, how it feels. And finally, nurture yourself with compassion. This may be as simple as placing a hand over your heart and breathing slowly. Anger and resentment deserve special care. The Buddha once said that holding on to anger is like gripping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Forgiveness is not denial. It is release. There is a Buddhist story of a person who carried guilt for decades. A teacher asked them to hold a stone in their hand. After only minutes, their arm ached. "This is how you've been living," the teacher said, "carrying weight that only hurts you. You deserve to put the stone down." A softer heart does not come from forgetting the past, but from loosening your grip on it. When emotions are allowed, the heart finds space to breathe again. Number 6. Sacred rest. Sleep as trust. For many people in later life, sleep becomes uncertain. Falling asleep takes longer. Waking in the night becomes familiar. And in the darkness, worries feel louder, heavier, more convincing than they do during the day. This struggle can quietly drain the body and mind. But in Buddhist understanding, rest is not a failure of discipline or strength. It is an act of trust. Sleep asks us to let go, to surrender control for a while. The Buddha spoke of sleep as a small, daily letting go, a gentle reminder that we do not need to hold everything together all the time. As we age, sleep becomes more sacred, not less. Begin with rhythm. Going to bed and waking at the same time each day helps the nervous system feel safe, and safety allows rest to arrive. An hour before bed, soften the evening. Dim the lights. Turn off bright screens. Let the body know the day is ending. Read something gentle. Listen to quiet music. Sit with a warm cup of herbal tea. Before lying down, try a simple body scan. Bring attention to your feet, then slowly move upward. Thank your legs for carrying you, your hands for their work, your heart for its endurance. This is not about forcing relaxation. It is about acknowledgement. If you wake during the night, do not argue with sleep. Night thoughts are often distorted. No decisions need to be made in the dark. Breathe slowly. Remind yourself, this is not a problem. Rest is not laziness. It is wisdom. Each moment of rest is a quiet agreement to trust the rhythm that has carried you this far. Number 7. Spiritual connection. Turning inward. As life grows quieter, deeper questions often begin to surface. Questions about meaning, about mortality, about whether one's life has truly mattered. These thoughts may arise unexpectedly in moments of stillness, late at night, or while looking back over familiar memories. Many people mistake this as a crisis. But in Buddhist wisdom, this stage of life is not a breakdown. It is an opening. When the noise of ambition fades and external roles loosen their grip, the inner world finally has space to speak. The Buddha taught that within each person there is an inner light, a wisdom deeper than identity, achievement, or story. It does not need to be created. It only needs to be noticed. Begin simply. Sit quietly for 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes and bring attention to the breath. Do not control it, just feel it. Thoughts will wander. That is not failure. Each time you gently return to the breath, you are practicing presence. That return is the practice. Gratitude is another doorway inward. At the beginning or end of the day, name 3 small things you are grateful for. Not dramatic moments, ordinary ones. Warm light through a window, a cup of tea, a quiet conversation. Gratitude softens the sense that something is missing. Life reflection is also sacred. Telling your stories, writing them down, or sharing them with others gathers meaning naturally. Your life itself is a teaching, not because it was perfect, but because it was lived. The Buddha's final teaching was simple. Be a lamp unto yourself. The light you seek has always been within you. These 7 habits are not rules to follow perfectly. They are invitations, gentle ways of meeting yourself with more patience, respect, and care as life continues to unfold. Caring for your body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit is not something you earn by being productive or useful. It is not a reward for doing life right. It is something you deserve simply because you are alive. The Buddha taught that it is never too late to begin again. Every breath is a new beginning. Every morning is a quiet renewal. If this reflection spoke to you, take a moment to like the video so these teachings can reach others. Subscribe for more Buddhist wisdom on aging, peace, and inner dignity. And if you feel called, leave a comment sharing which habit resonated with you most. You are worthy of care, now and always.